One breezy afternoon, Sicil eagerly approached the football ground, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. However, her excitement was short-lived as a group of boys from her class, entrenched in their game, blocked her path with scoffs and taunts. She'd been practicing with Sebastian for weeks, learning the game's intricacies and refining her skills. Yet, as she stepped onto the field, the boys crowded around, blocking her path with smirks and dismissive chuckles. "You're not playing here, Sicil," said Dean, the self-appointed leader of the group, folding his arms as he looked her up and down. "Football is for boys. You wouldn't be able to keep up." Sicil's fists clenched, her pride stinging from the insult. She raised her chin defiantly. "Football's for anyone who loves the game," she replied, her voice unwavering, though she could feel the laughter bubbling among the boys. "Look, we don't need you slowing us down," Ronnie chimed in, crossing his arms as he joined Dean's side. "Why don't you go play with the other girls or find something else to do?" Crushed, but determined not to show it, Sicil held her ground for a moment before the laughter and snide remarks began to chip away at her confidence. Holding back tears of frustration, she turned to leave, her dreams of joining the game fading with each step. Across the field, on his way to the science lab, Sebastian spotted her and read the disappointment on her face. His eyes narrowed as he noticed Dean and Ronnie's smug expressions. Without a second thought, he abandoned his plans and strode toward them, his jaw set with a mixture of anger and resolve. "Enough!" Sebastian's voice cut through the air, sharp and clear. The boys turned, surprised to see him approach, his gaze steely and unyielding. Dean's confidence faltered, and he shifted uncomfortably under Sebastian's scrutiny. "Come on, Seb. Football's not a game for... Well, she's a girl. She'd get hurt or slow us down." Sebastian stepped closer, his voice cold and uncompromising. "If Sicil wants to play, she plays. And if any of you have a problem with that, you'll answer me. And I won't hesitate to this up with the senior coach." He met each boy's gaze, daring them to challenge him. The field buzzed with nervous energy as the boys evaluated Sebastian's threat and now sizing her up. Dean still reluctant to accept her as a player. He crossed his arms and shook his head, refusing to back down. "No way, she's not on my team," Dean declared, his tone dripping with defiance. But Ronnie, after a pause, sighed and nodded, albeit reluctantly. "Fine," he said with a wary glance at Sicil. "She can be on my team. Just don't mess this up, all right?" Sicil felt a mix of excitement and tension bubbling within her. Sebastian shot her a supportive nod from the sidelines, silently reminding her of her hard work and that she deserved her place on the field. Determined not to be disappointed, she squared her shoulders and took her place alongside Ronnie and the other boys. The game began, and it was fierce from the start. Ronnie initially hesitated to pass the ball to Sicil, but as the opposing team surged forward, Sicil intercepted a pass with quick reflexes. She dashed forward with surprising speed, dodging Dean's attempts to block her, her feet moving with confidence and precision. Just as she neared the goal, Sicil saw her teammate Laurie running in from the left, unmarked. With a powerful kick, Sicil sent the ball soaring toward Laurie, who caught it mid-stride. He gave her a quick thumbs up before smashing the ball into the goal, scoring the first point for their team. Ronnie's eyes widened in surprise, and his face softened with appreciation as he looked over at her, nodding in acknowledgement. "Nice pass, Sicil," he muttered, a hint of admiration in his voice. Dean, on the other hand, seemed even more frustrated and kicked the ground in annoyance. As the game progressed, Sicil's energy and skill became undeniable. She defended fiercely, zigzagged past opponents, and kept up with every play. Eventually, she found herself in the perfect position, only a few feet from the goal with no one in her way. She took a deep breath, focused, and struck the ball with precision. It flew past the goalie and straight into the net. Ronnie's cautious admiration transformed into open enthusiasm as he watched the ball hit the back of the net. He slapped her on the back, grinning widely. "All right, Sicil. Maybe you've got more than we bargained for." Dean huffed from the other side of the field, clearly annoyed. But Ronnie's team was energized, rallying around Sicil's skill. Later in the game, a handball in the penalty box gave Ronnie's team a penalty kick. Ronnie looked around, his eyes landing on Sicil. The boys on both teams exchanged looks, some snickering and others skeptical. But Ronnie gave her a serious nod, his voice steady. "Sicil, you're taking the shot." Surprised but thrilled, Sicil stepped up to the penalty line, her heart racing as she positioned herself to take the shot. She glanced at the goalie, focusing as she'd practiced so many times with Sebastian. The moment the whistle blew, she sprinted forward and struck the ball with all her might. It shot past the goalie's outstretched arms, landing neatly in the corner of the net. Cheers erupted from Ronnie's team, and Ronnie himself threw his hands in the air with a victorious shout. He turned to Dean with a smirk, gloating openly. "Told you, Dean. That's 2 goals thanks to her." "Guess you were wrong about Sicil, huh?" Dean grunted, trying to mask his irritation, but his expression softened slightly as he watched Sicil celebrate with her team, clearly recognizing her talent. The final whistle blew, and Ronnie's team won the game. Sicil felt a rush of pride as her teammates clapped her on the back, each acknowledging her contribution to their win. Dean finally relented, his tone begrudging but his expression one of genuine respect. He wiped a bead of sweat from his brow, momentarily glancing at Sicil with an impressed nod. His face was a mix of embarrassment and admiration. "Hey, Sicil," he mumbled, scratching the back of his head. "You were superb out there. I didn't think... you proved me wrong." But his tone turned playful as he added, "Too bad you needed a savior just to get a chance to play, though." "Yeah," Ronnie added, a bit more excitedly. "You're pretty good, Sicil. I never doubted your skills." After the game, she spotted Sebastian waiting at the edge of the field. Unable to contain her excitement, she ran toward him, her smile bright and infectious. "Seb, did you see that?" she exclaimed, her voice bubbling joyfully. "I scored like 2 out of the 3 goals. They actually wanted me on their team by the end." Sebastian's eyes sparkled with pride as he listened, nodding with a smile. "I told you, you could do it. I knew you'd show them what you're made of." Ruby, who had been watching from the sidelines, approached and flashed Sebastian a grateful smile. "Thanks, Seb. If it weren't for you, Sicil wouldn't have had the chance to show them what she's capable of." Sebastian gave a modest shrug, his gaze softening as he looked at Sicil. "No problem, Ruby. I understand." As they left the field, Sicil couldn't contain her excitement, recounting every detail of her victory to Sebastian. As he listened, he felt a deep pride, knowing he'd helped her break through yet another barrier, leaving her to shine as brightly as he'd always known she could.